Hello and welcome to the tutorial on how to pre-register a student at an OFL charter school. The pre-registration page can be found at preregistration.emsofl.com. The purpose for pre-registering a student is to provide as much preliminary information prior to your visit to the center where you will complete the full registration process. Pre-registration will enable the school for which you would like to register to more adequately prepare for your visit and make your full registration experience more expeditious. This is the landing page for pre-registration. You have the ability to log on if you're a returning student by clicking here, or create a student profile if you're a new student by clicking here. Let's start as a new student. You will want to click on the Click Here link under the Create Student Profile. Once you've clicked on the Click Here link, the disclaimer page will display. Read the disclaimer and check the I agree to all the rules and regulations as described above box, and click Next to continue with pre-registration. Once you have clicked Next, the Create Student Profile page will display. You will start by entering the student's legal first, middle, and last name. Next, select the legal name suffix if relevant. Then, enter the student's birth date. Now enter the center for which you would like to pre-register the student. Now select the gender. And then select the student's grade level. Once you've entered and selected all of the relevant information, click the Pre-Register button. Note, the system may take a bit longer to respond. If so, please bear with us and wait for the screen to render. Once you've clicked on the Pre-Register button, the Purpose for Enrollment page will display. First, confirm that the selected center is accurate. Then select the enrollment period. Then confirm that the legal middle name of the student is correct. Next, confirm that the gender of the student is correct. If the student has ever been enrolled in school under a different name, state yes and stipulate the name. If no, answer no. Now select the reason why you are pre-registering. If you select Other, please stipulate the reason in the free text field labeled Other Reason. I will select Credit Recovery. Next, select how you heard about Opportunities for Learning. Now select whether the student has previously attended Opportunities for Learning, yes or no. Then select whether you have a signed referral from another school or educational organization, yes or no. Once you have confirmed, entered, and/or selected all of the relevant information, click the Next button. Once you have clicked on the Next button, the Student Information page will display. Please enter all the student's relevant physical address information. First, enter the address. Next, enter the apartment, suite, or unit number. Next, enter the city, and then enter the zip code. If the mailing address is different than the physical address, enter all of the relevant mailing address information or check the box next to Same as above if the information is the same as the physical address. Now select the county of residence. Then select the nighttime residence status from the list. Now enter your primary and alternate phone number, if relevant. Now select the student's country of birth. Now select the student's state of birth. Now select the student's most used language at home. Now select the first spoken language of the student. Next, select the year or date the student first enrolled in a U.S. school. Next, select the year or date the student first enrolled in a California school. Then, select any of the applicable checkboxes that may be relevant to the student. If none are relevant, check None. Once you have completed the student information page, click the Next button. Note, you do have the option to go back to the previous page if necessary. Once you have clicked on the Next button, the student ethnicity page will display. In the first section, select whether the student is or is not Hispanic or Latino. Next, select any of the races in the list that may apply to the student. Once you've made your selections, click the Next button. Once you've clicked on the Next button, the student previous pre-register information page will display. First, select the last school district that the student attended. Next, select the last school that the student attended. Then select the student's resident school district. Then select the student's resident school. Now select the date that the student withdrew from his or her school. Now select the information relevant to any enrollment in special education. Select Yes or No whether the student has ever been enrolled in special education. Select Yes or No whether the student has an active IEP or individualized education plan. Select Yes or No whether the student has ever had a Section 504 plan. Select Yes or No whether the student currently has a 504 plan. Once you've made your selections, click the Next button. Once you've clicked on the Next button, the Student California High School Exit Examination, or CASE, history page will display. Select Yes or No whether the student has taken a CASE math test. If yes, select the school district of the CASE math test. If yes, also select the school of the CASE math test. Select Yes or No whether the student has taken a CASE English test. If yes, select the school district of the CASE English test. If yes, also select the school of the CASE English test. Once you have made your selections, click the Next button. Once you've clicked on the Next button, the Hobbies and Goals page will display. Under the Who Am I section, complete each bit of requested information. List any hobbies or interests that the student may have. Now explain why the student came to OFL. Next, describe the student's favorite subject. Under the My Goals and Dreams section, select and complete the additional requested information. Select or enter a goal you may want to achieve at OFL. Next, select or enter your plan after high school. Now describe your career goal or dream you have for the future. Once you have selected and entered the requested information, click the Next button. Once you've clicked on the Next button, the Parent Guardian / Caregiver information page will display. Enter the first and last name of the parent, guardian, or caregiver. Next, select the relationship of the parent, guardian, or caregiver to the student. Next, enter the parent, guardian, or caregiver's home, cell, and/or work phone number. Now enter the parent, guardian, or caregiver's email address. Next, select the highest education level of the parent, guardian, or caregiver. Then select the household annual income of the parent, guardian, or caregiver. And then select the household size of the parent, guardian, or caregiver. If there is an alternate guardian, please enter that information as well. Enter the first and last name of the alternate guardian. Now select the relationship of the alternate guardian to the student. Now enter the alternate guardian's home, cell, and/or work phone number. Now enter the alternate guardian's email address. Now enter all the alternate guardian's address information. Enter the address, enter the apartment, suite, or unit number. Now enter the city, and enter the zip code. Once you've selected and entered the requested information, click the Next button. Once you have clicked on the Next button, the final disclaimer page will display. Read the disclaimer. Then select the checkbox next to I agree to all of the rules and regulations as described above, and click the Next button. Once you have clicked on the Next button, you will be notified that pre-registration is complete, and you are ready to head into the center to complete full registration. Now let's head back to the pre-registration homepage. By clicking on the Click Here link under Log On, you have the ability to retrieve your information as a returning student, or perform a lookup if you have begun the pre-registration process, and you were not able to complete all of the pre-registration pages for any reason. If you are a returning student, you can click on the Click Here link under Log On and enter your student ID and date of birth to retrieve your information. Then click on the Log On button. As you can see, your previous student information will appear. If you do not remember your student ID, click on the Click Here link under Log On. And from this page, you can search for your information by clicking on the Click Here link an additional time. This is also where you can perform a lookup if you have begun the pre-registration process and you were not able to complete all of the pre-registration pages for any reason. Once you've clicked on the Click Here link, you can search for the student's information by entering the student's legal first and last name. Then, enter the student's date of birth. Next, select the center where you were registered previously. Then click the Log On button. When the system recognizes your information, the pre-registration forms and pages will be available for you to review and/or complete. Again, remember to complete as much information as possible prior to your visit to the center, where you will complete the full registration process. All of your pre-registration information will enable the school for which you would like to register to more adequately prepare for your visit and make your full registration experience more expeditious. This concludes the tutorial on how to pre-register a student at an OFL charter school. Thanks for viewing.